What is up? This is Spectrum here. Welcome to another episode of Room Number 9. Now, everyone on Patreon that's on Patreon got to see the scene before this, as we had a little different action, to say the least. But just like I told everyone on Patreon, I'm going to tell you guys the same thing, that we are going to be doing in this order exactly. We're going to be doing ending B, C, E, and F. So there's 6 endings total. We got 2 of them, and like I was just telling Patreon, we arguably got the 2 best endings, 2 of the better endings, I should say, because I think we're saving the best one for last, which is definitely the best ending, I would say, in this horrible situation. But the 2 that we done, I think one of them for sure is a better ending. The other, aka the last ending, is kind of iffy. It just kind of depends, I guess. Like, I don't know, because these upcoming endings, I looked them. I just want to make sure we get the best one for the last. I had to check, and it just kind of depends on how you see it, like if it's considered a better ending or not, because it depends on how you see like the outcome, I guess, if that makes any sense. But anyways, we're gonna be doing that exactly. So if you guys are curious and want to look that up, you can. There's a bunch of route guides online, but that's exactly what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna try to do ending B for the next one. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. You'll have to be surprised, just like me in a way. I don't know how it's gonna go about, which is what I'm curious about, but I do know the ending itself, so that is going to be interesting to say the least. And just like on Patreon, I got myself some for a special occasion. I say special, I'm not sure if Room Number 9 is considered a special occasion, but I spent some points, if you will. I spent some points on a delicious sparkling red wine. Yes, it's alcohol free, in case you didn't know, because I don't drink. But I thought, why not spend some points, because we have so much to spare that, you know, might as well spoil ourselves. But anyways, anyways, enough of this madness. Without further ado, let's just go ahead and continue on for more Room Number 9. Pretend this is something else, but Seiji pulled away first. His stomach was smeared with trails of milk, whose I couldn't tell, and lube. It looked almost like snail trails across his skin. I had to turn away when I saw his languid expression. The sheets are dirty, and I need to put them out for cleaning. I encouraged him with a nod, without even remembering to close my mouth. I almost forgot to tell you guys, because this is kind of important. For a BO game, it's important, I guess. I don't know. But it's a good sign, to say the least. Believe it or not, Seiji, he wasn't an uke. This last scene that you guys couldn't see, because it's only available on Patreon for obvious reasons, he was not an uke. He turned seme. Well, he was either a power... He still might be an uke, actually. He could be a power uke, but he was top. Believe it or not, he was top. And Daichi, he was happy being bottom for once. It was a beautiful sight to see, because, you know, the last 2 innings we played in this game, yeah, it was never that case. It was always just... poor Seiji. He was just a submissive bottom. That's all he's been. So it was nice to see that, for once, something good has happened, I guess. And like the terrible things that are going on, the forced things, if you will, that are happening, it's nice that, you know, there's a little mix in there, you know, that makes any sense. I don't know. Does that make sense? Anyways, I thought I should let you guys on an update, because I didn't tell you exactly what happened last scene, but that's exactly what happened. I encouraged him with a nod without even remembering to close my mouth. I watched him stagger off, cupping the sticky substance with one hand to prevent it from dripping. I put the big wad of tissues from the box and used it to wipe my hands off and stomach before tossing it into the trash can. 3-pointer! Swish. I'm sure Seiji would have given me a weird look for that, with all his with his good manners and proper upbringing and all. I relaxed and flopped down on the bed. And look, this is different. They seem actually kind of at ease, because... Okay, how do I describe this without getting in trouble? So okay, so this is the scene, in case because you guys probably don't exactly know where we are at this point, but we're at the scene where both of them are getting each other manicures, if you will, right? You know what I mean? Anyways, I'm sure you know what I mean. But yeah, they're both getting each other manicures because that's what the thing demanded them to. They just have to do it simultaneously. That's it. It's, you know, it's not terrible compared to the other things at all. It's not even close to being terrible. In fact, it's like it's probably the best task they ever had, honestly, in my opinion. I think it could be. But anyways, yeah, they're both getting each other manicures. And if I remember from the last 2 endings we played, or the last 2 routes, both times we had to choose the other option, in which it was just awkward. It was just like awkward. So you know, they did it they did it to each other standing up, if I remember correctly, and then afterwards it was just like silent and awkward. It was just kind of like, because none of them didn't want to like show anything, I guess, if that makes any, I don't know if that makes any sense, but it was just awkward. It was just awkward, you know. Seiji went off to the bathroom, did his thing, and Daichi just felt a lot of regret afterwards. This time though, as you can see, Daichi's like, 3-pointer, swish, I did good today. It's like, yeah. And Seiji, I'm assuming Seiji is not too upset because he initiated it, so, which is different because he's never initiated except for the last ending, where after they left the room number 9, he initiated a lot of things. But you see what I mean? Anyways, I'm curious to see how this is gonna go, because again, I'm not sure if the last ending is considered a better ending or not, but we'll see. I relaxed and flopped down on the bed. I stared up at the ceiling, which was far too stylish for what was essentially a cell. I had stretched with Seiji. I mean, there was no penetration, but what we just did was clearly, if not literally, stretching, or maybe just one step short of it. Huh? What is this feeling? Like my heart, or my lungs, or my stomach, or something feels tight. Oh shit, my vision's getting dark and my hands are cold. I felt the feeling before. It's just how I felt when I realized we were trapped in here. It was even worse this time. It felt like the walls are closing in on me. Seiji was using the bathroom. I got to bed, rushed over to the trash can, and got on my knees. What had been a delicious meal is now sitting sadly at the bottom of the plastic bag. I kept retching even after my stomach was empty, like my body was trying to expel every last bit. There was nothing left, and I felt like puking, but nothing else was going to come up, except for my feelings. Fuck, I hate this. I'm crying. I'm too weak. Seiji could endure everything, but I'm reduced to this miserable mess. I care about him so much, and he was the only person who always stood up by me no matter what. I wanted to be there for him, to support him when he's suffering, so why was I like this? How did things turn out this way? Hold up, let's make sure. I'm double checking, seeing which ending we're about to get, because I think I know our ending. I kind of forgot. That's just me in a nutshell. I forget things so god dang easily. Oh, ending B. Oh, okay, so we're getting that ending. Okay. I got endings B and C mixed up. I thought C was ending B, and I thought B was ending C, but it looks like I was opposite. If that makes any sense. Anyways, no, I can't let him see this. I tied off the bag and tossed it into the exchange chamber's garbage bin. Fucking hell. All right. It looks like we're gonna have a jump cut, so I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, hey YouTube, sorry again, I'm back here. I know you don't want to see me anymore, you want to see the game. But I feel like an idiot because it's been that long, I guess. But we've actually seen that scene before. So yeah, you guys on Patreon don't get to see that scene because it's already been seen before. But we are here at the last choice, if you will, before we get the ending. So actually, we're pretty close to getting both endings. But as you can tell, I don't remember this being here before, and it stopped me here. And there's a reason for that, because we've never seen this task before. But after doing that lingerie session, if you will, Subject A must, shave Subject B's hair, and Subject B must... I mean, I'm so confused on this one. What is the point? Hold up. Okay. Like, while shaving? Is that like what I'm missing here? Is that the whole point of this task? Is like, do all that while he's shaving your hair? Like, I'm so confused. Or is it like the aftermath? Because anyways, I don't know, but I'm just letting you guys know we're close to the ending right now. But yeah, it stopped me here, so I was like, okay, well, I'd bring you guys back, so let's continue on, I guess. Whoa, what the hell? Seiji let out a deep sigh and leaned back in his chair. His face, already cool and reserved, looked even paler. I couldn't read his expression at all.
Nah.
I tried to breach the subject gently. I was hesitant, of course, and wasn't really sure how to address it, but I couldn't just stay silent. He cut me off with a quiet but firm tone. I didn't have the power to fight back against his decisive declaration.
でもお前さ
I'm worried about you, and I'm worried about you because you keep trying to take all the pain by yourself. It must have come out of my face because Seiji suddenly smiled at me.
心配するな大丈夫だよいや大丈夫ってのも変だけど
He smiled for a moment, but then wiped it from his face again and gave me a serious look.
やれるから緩いな
He was calm and collected, but his face also told me not to challenge him, and I couldn't do a thing. Seiji was right. That's how I would do it, and I would do it properly. Well, in case you know, the CG comes up, then sorry guys, I gotta kick you out. Okay, not yet, but everything came, and so did our dinner. This crispy roasted chicken. Our bellies full, night came, and I listened to the faint sound of Seiji showering. I couldn't help thinking it was always nighttime here, since the fake window is always showing us lies. The lack of light was making me lose my sense of time. There were fixed meal times, but I couldn't be sure any of that was real either. So it always felt like night and like we were just waiting anxiously for time to pass. How much more of this could we endure? A can of shaving cream and a single blade razor arrived in the exchange chamber. And it wasn't the kind of razor we usually use, but the kind a woman might use on her face.
これも使うのかよ
Well, I'm unfamiliar, but because I just use an electric shaver, to be honest. But they included the, oh okay, they included that, you know, the DualShock controller and also the clamp for, you know, your food, you know, these things. No, not gonna do it. Not gonna care. That sounds painful. Said that we used previously along with the bottle of fake milk. I read over the task instructions again carefully. It said that as long as he had the toys on, he could, you know, stretch however he wanted. So it sounded like he could just put them on and stroke his, you know, breath, of course. The catch was that we had to watch to the end. I had to shave and remove all of his hair. It was such bullshit. It just felt sick to my stomach. Like, what were they asking us to do? It really wasn't that difficult, but their aim were blatantly transparent. They're slowly but surely debasing Seiji. If they just ask him to, you know, stretch normally, it would be different. No, that'd still be pretty gross. But for some reason, I feel like if I was the one being forced, I'd rather do that. No, I really wouldn't want to do that either. I didn't want to do any of it. It was so frustrating. On top of it all, this wasn't going to be the end of it either. My stomach felt like it was full of lead. I didn't want to do anything anymore, but Seiji was shouldering all of it, and I couldn't start whining now. The sound of the shower had stopped while I wasn't paying attention, and Seiji had returned from the bathroom. He threw off the bathrobe. He nearly half-heartedly put on and silently lay down on the bed with an icy cool expression. He opened his legs. And I think you guys know where we're going. Back to his Patreon, but I'll see you guys maybe in a second. And hello, YouTube. We are back as we are going to end this episode here. As you can tell, we're actually at a part where it's not showing any CGs. Who would have thought? But anyways, we finished part 1 of the task, which, you know, we shaved. Now the next part is coming up next, but that'll be next episode. But I did hope you enjoyed this episode of Rune number 9. If you did, leave a like and share the video if you enjoyed. And don't forget to subscribe, but subscribe down below, of course. And we'll be doing another episode of Divine Speaker Extended Demo next, and then we're going to have another episode of Silver Blue, which I think we're going to be finishing up the game, if I remember, or the demo, and then we're going to be jumping to another demo. And like I said, we have 2 of them in plan, so stay tuned for that. And as for Rune number 9, we got this scene, and then we got the ending, I'm assuming. We'll see, because I'm assuming we don't have to skip through too much, but we'll see. But that is it. And again, if you haven't already, subscribe down below if you haven't. And of course, click that bell notification icon, which is right next to the subscribe button, so you can be notified when the next video comes up for you guys. And if you haven't already, follow me on all the social media sites down below if you already haven't. And other than that, thank you all for watching. I'll see you later, okay? Love you, and don't forget to stay awesome.